So what am I saying then? In short, that AI is impacting the business landscape, and that we, Kenya, and indeed Africa, must urgently innovate and adapt in order to lead the AI pack. We Kenyans pride ourselves in being always fast. M-Pesa, fast. AI. And therefore, let's ask ourselves, how will AI, artificial intelligence, affect my industry or business? Because you should be thinking about it. If you're in business, if you're in an industry, you must be thinking about it. What about the matatu business, for example? Will your driverless matatus become the norm as the world is gradually signaling? Can you imagine a Kenya? I don't know how many of you don't take matatus. When I was a student, all students took matatus. I hear in USIU, you have got a different landscape. That's why you have got a very big parking. We didn't have a parking when I was here. It was not necessary. But can you imagine a situation where matatus don't have drivers? I don't know how many people, I don't know how many drivers we have in the matatu sector. But if tomorrow you are told all matatus you drive around without drivers, what about the driving school business? What about those of you in business school who are thinking that when I leave this university, I am going to start a driving school? I think you better rethink that idea. What about our education sector? How can our education system harness developments like chat, GPT, without compromising the quality of the learning experience? I don't know whether professors are aware of this, but you can simply ask a question, go to chat, these guys here know this better than we do, and they can simply produce an answer to your question. Correctly done. In fact, more impressive than a professor would write. True or not true? I can see you smiling. What careers then? What careers will emerge in the AI future? Will being a graphic designer or an animator suffice with the proliferation of AI? What will you do as a graphic designer? Will you draw? Will you put your system, what you are creating in your mind, into the computer? Will you know how to do that in the first place? And that informs the education system that we must have. Will engineers retain their roles, or will their role evolve to supervising robots executing mechanical tasks? I cannot predict the extent to which Africa will rise as it relates to its adaptation of AI. But I do know one thing. Just as we were colonized because we lacked a simple technology, and I would like to pause here and ask, do you know what that simple technology was? The simple technology that made Africa be colonized and a lot of the rest of the world was a simple technology called gunpowder. You know what use gunpowder has? We risk domination again as Africa and the third world and the South. We risk domination again should we fail to secure the tools we need to compete. Kenya currently lags behind Egypt, South Africa, Tunisia, and Morocco in its readiness to implement AI, and its growth may unfortunately be impaired by policies that can only advance if they are driven from the top. The President, the National Assembly must appreciate and realize that this is the core area that we should all be engaging in debates about. I don't know the last time I had the debate in our political dispensation. I can't remember the last time I had a serious debate about artificial intelligence or ICT and so on and so forth. I would like to encourage our legislatures and those in government to put AI as a centerpiece of their thinking. I've already told you, and I was very impressed watching on CNN And they were talking about the entire China, the Communist Party Congress, which happens once a year. And the issue was AI. What does China do with AI? If China is thinking about it, we should have thought about it before them. If I could roll back the clock and position myself where you are now as a student in this university, I will strike the iron while it's hot and carve out for myself a niche area of AI that will cement my future and catapult our country into the hemisphere of developed nations. I would distance my psyche from labels that characterize me as a scrambler and therefore limit me. And I would burst through the boundaries to reach the skies. I know that each and every student here was born to become a leader. That is why you are here. And I believe that you know that too. So go forth, conquer, and enjoy walking the unbeaten path. Thank you for lending me your ears. God bless USIU, God bless Kenya, and God bless our African brothers here present. Thank you very much.